Bill O'Reilly and John McCain went back and forth a little bit over torture. Let's watch.
First of all, we had CIA Director Brennan basically contradicting Udall. Said, look, we didn't lie about anything to anybody. We did get actionable intelligence using these harsh measures. We're not going to do it anymore, but let's tell the truth. Do you know who's lying and who isn't lying, Senator? Do you personally know?
I know that that kind of treatment does not get accurate intelligence information. I know that.
Well, wait. Let me stop you, though. I was told directly by 3 former CIA directors. They told me this. I talked to them. They told me they did get it. All right, they did. And you say they don't. So I'm confused.
Well,
my viewers are confused. Come on.
Well, first of all, let me say a word about waterboarding. It began with the Spanish Inquisition. After World War II, we sentenced Japanese to death who had waterboarded our American prisoners. Have no doubt about the exquisite kind of torture that is. And for Mr. Brennan to just say, oh yeah, we did things wrong. This is really wrong. So have no doubt about the exquisite form of torture that waterboarding is. The second thing is about it, Bill, and this is a fact, and anybody who has been subjected to this kind of thing will tell you that if you inflict enough physical pain on someone, they will tell you anything they think you want to hear in order to make it stop.
Right,
and that's
we
just
know
a fact. That's just a fact.
And I'm not disputing those facts.
Yeah.
Put yourself in the position of the viewer watching you and me right now. They are hearing from the highest levels of the intel community that, yes, we heard from Mr. Yu yesterday here on this program, okay? Yes, we did. We got worthy intelligence using these harsh methods.
That was awesome. He goes, I'm not going to go ahead and dispute those facts. I accept those. Anyway, let me dispute those facts. That's a classic O'Reilly move. I agree with you. I agree with you. Now, let me explain to you why you're exactly wrong and I disagree with you. Do you not understand the meaning of words, Bill? I mean, what's going on in your mind there? No, the amazing thing is Bill O'Reilly is somewhat convinced that the people who approved the torture are telling the truth about the torture. If there was ever a conflict of interest I've seen in my life, this is it. The people who approved the torture, cheerleaded the torture, are now saying the torture worked and the torture was okay. Well, no shit. In the same way that a murderer after the fact says, well, I didn't do it, or, well, it was self-defense and it's okay that I did it. No, how do you not see it, Bill? John McCain is a guy who was tortured. He was tortured in Vietnam, and he's telling you face to face that, well, I was willing to say whatever to get them to stop, because that's what happens when you torture somebody. You don't get the truth. You get whatever makes them stop. And then O'Reilly goes on to say, well, they did get intelligence. These guys say they did get intelligence out of the matter. Well, not according to the CIA report. Who do you trust more, the report or the people who were responsible for it? I trust the report. And the report says very clearly that we didn't get any intelligence. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed confessed to things he didn't do because of the torture, and we tortured him 183 times. The entire conversation boils down to this. McCain is saying, these are evil acts. This is beneath the United States of America. This is not in alignment with our values. We are better than this. And O'Reilly is basically saying, but are these things really evil when we do it? He goes on, by the way, that conversation goes on, and John McCain says, we didn't need to torture to defeat the Nazis, Bill. So why would we need to torture now? And Bill O'Reilly says, yeah, but there was one time where people took Nazi soldiers captive and then killed them in cold blood. That's a point on your side? How do you think that helps your case? So what are you advocating? We kill prisoners when they surrender all the time? Is that what we should have done? Is that the just thing to do? Is that the moral thing to do? You're holding this up as some sort of ideal What makes you any different from our enemies if you talk about killing people who surrender or killing people who are innocent, or just like in this torture report, torturing at least 26 people who we know are innocent? I love how that's never in the conversation anymore. Every conversation I've seen about torture goes with the underlying assumption that the people that we tortured are guilty and that we got information out of it. We didn't get information out of it. We know we didn't get information out of it. And we know that at least 26 of them were innocent. So even the underlying premise of the conversation is ridiculous. And Bill O'Reilly proposes it like it's this hard question and it's this debatable thing. Well, the CIA guy says that it worked and you say it doesn't work. Well, I really don't know what to believe. How about you believe what is in line with the Constitution of the United States of America and international law and the Geneva Conventions? How about that? How about those things are not debatable? If we learn that Iran did the exact same thing that we did with torture, would our response be, well, did it work? Would that be our response? Or would our response be, did it work? It doesn't fucking matter if it worked. What kind of a silly question is that? You're not allowed to torture. There are certain things in this world that are moral absolutes. You don't murder. You don't rape. You don't torture. These are basics. You don't get to say, we are above that because we are the good guys by definition. Because every bad guy throughout history said the exact same thing.